All right, as a matter of fact, it's a beautiful day right here. And my name is Ramsey, MC Ramsey, the man with jersey number 10. Of course, Sport Rush is right here. And I want to bring you to speed with so many things happening from the Premier League down to the Bundesliga. Then we move to the La Liga. Then we come to the African Cup of Nations, where some countries are facing some charges right now from the disciplinary actions that is being imposed on them by the disciplinary team. Let me get from the Manchester United game that actually went down over the weekend. How did it really happen? It's so amazing. It's so beautiful that Manchester United kept their unbeaten run again, going with an unconvincing 2-1 win over Luton Town in the English Premier League game that happened on Sunday. Erik ten Hag's side raced into a 2-goal lead after just 7 minutes, thanks to a brace that came from Rasmus Højlund before Carlton Morris actually got on back from the home side shortly afterwards. Let me quickly move to what is happening in Liverpool right now. Let me talk about Mo Salah a little bit to remember what happened to him from the African Cup of Nations when he sustained injury and he couldn't continue with the rest of the game, where without time wasting, Liverpool came to pick him up immediately for treatment after that injury. But then it was a very good day for Mo Salah as he scored his first goal on return from injury, as Liverpool were able to beat Brentford to maintain their lead at the top of the Premier League. Mo Salah back from a hamstring problem sustained on Egypt's duty at the African Cup of Nations. He got on the score sheet with a crisp finish. It was a crisp finish, of course. And I would like to tell you that the victory temporarily sent Liverpool 5 points clear at the top of the summit. But then Arsenal's 5-0 victory over Burnley later in the day reduced the deficit to 2 points again. All right, let me move away from the Premier League and go to what is happening in the La Liga. As a matter of fact, from La Liga, how did it really happen? It was a beautiful one. But then, La Liga leaders, talking about Real Madrid, stumble to a frustrating 1-1 draw at neighbors Rayo Vallecano on Sunday. Carlo Ancelotti's side has stretched their lead on Girona, second to 6 points before the Catalan Minos face Atletico Bilbao on Monday. As a matter of fact, let me move from there and go to Germany right now and bring you more details from the German Bundesliga. Well, from Spain, we are going to Germany right now. And what happened in the German Bundesliga over the weekend? It was a very fantastic one for Bayern Leverkusen as they move 8 points clear of Bayern Munich. That's at the top of the Bundesliga table. And of course, how did it really happen? Leverkusen's victory means they have now gone a record equaling 32 games without losing anyone. As a matter of fact, it will also interest you to know that Bayern Munich slumped to a shock 3-2 loss at lowly Bochum on Sunday, suffering a third successive defeat for the first time since 2015. That's a very long time coming. This is the first time they're actually facing this kind of humiliation. Can you actually count that as a humiliation, or you just want to say it's part of the game? Well, let's move on with so many coming right now. As a matter of fact, this left them 8 points behind Bayern Leverkusen in the Bundesliga title race so far. So good. Then, I would like you to know this too, that the result followed a 3-0 league defeat to Leverkusen last weekend and a 1-0 loss against Lazio in the Champions League as, of course, Coach Thomas Tuchel came under renewed pressure. It was a very big pressure right there. All right, moving from the Champions League, let's bring you some details from what is happening in the Champions League right now. I want to talk about the Champions League round of 16. Victor Osimhen, the African Footballer of the Year, who also played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, is a major doubt for the Wednesday's UEFA Champions League round of 16 clash at home against Barcelona. Well, before now, if we call Barcelona and Real Madrid, there is this thing that comes to mind, especially the competition that happens when Barcelona is actually playing a game, especially when Messi was still there. But right now, Messi is no longer there. So when you hear Barcelona, the people don't really get so excited like before, but then there are some people who are actually die-hard fans of Barcelona that still get so interested when they hear about Barcelona. But then, unfortunately, Osimhen may not be in that game, that round of 16 game. As a matter of fact, the Napoli striker missed this weekend's hard-fought 1-1 draw at home with Genoa, of course, in Serie A, and his coach has described him at his lowest peak so far on return from the African Cup of Nations. According to him, the doctor said the boy is at his lowest. That is what is coming from Coach Mazzari. All right, that is what they said about Victor Osimhen in the African Cup of Nations. Victor Osimhen played for the Super Eagles, and he actually came under pressure, but the pressure of Alex Iwobi was more. But then Alex Iwobi's uncle, talking about the talisman, talking about JJ Okocha, he has also come to say, well, the threat and of course the bullying that came to Alex Iwobi on the internet because of his performance in the African Cup of Nations is not worth it at all. That sometimes it happens that at least he should be praised for everything he has done so far. Well, let me go on a quick break. After this, I'll return back again and I'm going to say more from the world of transfer. Where is going to be the next destination of the Napoli talisman, talking about Victor Osimhen? Well, I'll return back, and when I return, I'm coming with so much because I'm going to be talking about the transfer of Victor Osimhen. Where is going to be his next destination? Don't go nowhere because you need to stay tuned to get more information coming from MC Ramsey, the man with jersey number 10, right at the middle of the game. I will be right back.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back from that break. It's still Sport Rush with MC Ramsey live on your screen. Let me quickly take you to the major transfer news right now, and I'm just going to be bringing you one out of the numerous transfers that we have. I call it major because this has to do with the man of the moment and who is actually going to be getting Osimhen this time. Do you care to know? Chelsea fans, are you guys ready? Manchester United, are you ready? What about Arsenal? Arsenal have been trying so much to get Osimhen, but then, is it really going to go to Osimhen? You remember what happened during AFCON when Didier Drogba of Ivory Coast, that man that played perfectly well for Chelsea sometimes back, spoke to Osimhen. But now, what is happening? Is Chelsea actually going to pick Osimhen for the next season? It's not over until it's over. But as a matter of fact, Chelsea are reportedly prepared to at least trigger the 130 million euro release clause in Victor Osimhen's Napoli contract in order to secure the striker's signature during this summer's transfer window. The 25-year-old scored 26 Serie A goals last season to help fire Napoli to the title. But it has been a different story for the Blues this season, with the team currently down in ninth position on the table. Well, I don't know if you get in the table, that is where they found themselves. Ninth position, talking about Chelsea. Then Osimhen signed a new contract at Napoli last December, but his team and of course the term they enter into were only extended until June 2026, and he is set to leave the Italian champions during the summer market. Let me bring you some update now from the African Cup of Nations. I know a lot of people will be excited to hear, but then congratulations to the winning team, the winning country, of course, Ivory Coast. You see the magic they perform and how they won that game. It is a lesson for another day. I'm going to talk about that much more. That's going to be later, not now. But then update from the African Cup of Nations that was just concluded. Sanction has come on Mali, Senegal, and over misconduct and various punishments have actually been meted out to both Senegal, Mali, over some of the incidents that happened during the just concluded African Cup of Nations tournament in Cote d'Ivoire. The punishments were meted out by a CAF disciplinary board. The disciplinary board found the player Hamari Troa guilty of unsporting conduct towards a match official. He was therefore suspended for 4 matches. 2 of the 4, however, suspended for years. 4 years. For a year. Just 1 year. Just 1 year. All right. Not 4 years. I said for a year. Okay. In case case you didn't hear that well. And in addition, the Federation Millionaire, the football was also fined at 10,000 US dollars. Winners of the competition, Cote d'Ivoire, have their own football federation also been charged with teams and misconduct in their match with Mali. It was therefore fined $5,000 in the round of 16 match of the Senegal versus Cote d'Ivoire. A Senegalese player, Kripla Diatta, was charged. The disciplinary board found him guilty. Diatta was suspended for 4 matches, 2 of which are suspended for a period of 1 year. He was also fined 10,000 US dollars. The Federation Senegalese football was also charged with teams misconduct and fined 5,000 US dollars. And of course, Al Hilal LC was also fined 15,000 US dollars. Well, as a matter of fact, let's move away from there and talk about what is happening in Nigeria. Peseiro, what's Peseiro's fate as far as his coaching career in Nigeria is concerned? I leave that to you. Should we talk about it? Or we should talk about it later. All right, let me just talk about it a little bit because some Nigerian coaches are actually interested in this position. Who do you think is capable of taking over from Peseiro? As a matter of fact, coaches that are in the position of the Super Eagles managerial position, let's see, they have the aspirations dashed already because nobody knows what's going to happen. And the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has no plan to appoint a local coach, okay? Even if a negotiation with the current handler have failed to materialize. Speculations have been rife regarding potential replacement for Jose Peseiro, whose contract has expired. Coaches like Emmanuel, the player of the Super Eagles, are currently frustrated as they have not yet received their outstanding bonuses. But as a matter of fact, some coaches say they want to actually step into the shoe, but then something is happening. The president promised the Super Eagles and all other athletes that the allowances will be clear and the money has been released, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu's statement is yet to be implemented. As a matter of fact, let's see how that is going to happen. But then the president had ordered the release of a staggering 12 billion naira to clear the outstanding bonuses and allowances for about 15 matches, as well as to pay the salary arrears of coach Joseph Peseiro. But up to now, this promise has not seen the light of day. But then, will it really see the light of day much later? I don't know. I'm asking you. If you ask me, let's throw it back to the president and NFF if he's actually going to hold water. But then, it has been said, sometimes it's easier said than done. Will it be done this time? This is the question that I am throwing to you. Well, this is going to be the size of Sport Rush today with MC Ramsey with Jesse, number 10. Have a beautiful time, and I will come on your way again with more sporting stories. Have a beautiful day, and I want to say, stay blessed. MC Ramsey is your man at the middle of the game. Bye-bye for now.